My name is Jake Scarpula. I'm a senior here at Summit. I was born and raised in a Christian household. The Christian beliefs of my parents that was taught to me was not helping me aligning with stuff that I was going through on a daily basis. So at some point in my life, I just kind of abandoned the teachings and the beliefs of Christianity for what I wanted to do and whatever I thought was right or whatever pleased me. And that kind of led me down some wrong paths. I was typical college story, was partying, caught up in drugs, and I just could not do it. And it would go from a couple days sober, falling again, couple more days sober, falling again. Now I'm at this point where I'm just getting high every day for like 2 weeks straight, not even reading my Bible, not even praying. I remember one time, I remember praying like, God, I'm in trouble. Like, I'm scared right now. This is getting bad. Like, at one point, the Summit team came down. I was at TSC. She begins to speak to me about Summit and kind of like talk to me about it. And as she's talking to me, the Lord speaks to me and says, apply to Summit. So I'm listening to her, and this thought is just running through my head. Apply to Summit, go to Summit. Conversation with another guy who was on the worship team there. He's talking to me, same thing, go to Summit. Ever since that day, for maybe a month straight, a month and a half, every sermon I heard, every conversation I had, every hour of every day, there was this thought in my head, apply to Summit. And I knew it was the Lord speaking to me. I knew that He was telling me to apply to Summit. And I did not want anything to do with it. And I was wrestling with the Lord like, man, I'm not gonna do this. I'll get sober on my own. Eventually, the Lord whittled me down to the point where I was, okay, God, like, I'll apply to Summit. This is in your hands now. Please reject me. I don't want anything to do with this place. But I'll do it. And in like a week before moving day, I sent in my application. I get accepted like the next day. I quit all my jobs the following day. I move out of my apartment. I tell my flatmate that I'm leaving. And then on a Sunday, I move into Summit. The beautiful thing about God's faithfulness and about His plan is that only a short time later after arriving to Summit, I knew at the bottom of my heart that out of all the decisions I've ever made between two different options in my entire life, making the decision to come to Summit was the best decision I ever made. Because Summit was so transformative and life-changing, and the community was so different than anything I had ever immersed myself in before. So I've been at Summit ever since, and I can assuredly tell you that the man that is sitting right here in front of this camera is not the same man that came in 1 year ago. It's crazy to think about what the Lord has done for me, who did not deserve any of this. It brings me to my knees before Him, man. God's just been faithful, and He's just been revealing Himself to me, taking me deeper, encountering me since I came here. And I give my glory and my praise to the Lord because it was Him who brought me here. So, it's kind of it.